Hi, I wanted to share with you some things which excite me, and we just made a video with Raphael, and then we decided we look so tired on that video that we can't even publish it, even though I was editing it like an hour. So I was just trying to share certain concepts in that video, and it sometimes looks so unnatural when I try to give you some information and they are so deep, and I don't know, sometimes it's just better if I read you my notes, right? Because first of all, what I've realized lately is that people who basically don't seem really nice to me, I realized that I don't have to be friends with them, but I can still get some really good things from them. For example, I listened to this interview, which very much inspired me, but it was a person who was interviewed was really not my kind of person. He lately didn't express that well in YouTube and in his videos, and he seemed to me quite 3D driven, and I was like having this construct about him in my head that okay, so this person is not my fit, then I'm gonna avoid him 100%. But then I was yesterday in first session of acupuncture, and I was just going to meet the acupuncturist, and that person has some results. My mother had less swollen legs when she was in his acupuncture and so on. So I thought I will try acupuncture too. And when I entered his office and when I went there to have first interview with him, then he seemed to me extremely reserved, extremely like not even connected to me. And then I thought, okay, why this person is doing acupuncture in the first place? I was like questioning myself, like I'm here to help. I want him to connect to me. Then I was realizing maybe he connects to my meridians, my body, the way he is connecting. And he doesn't have to connect on my level to myself, to me. And he can still do something nice for my body. I realized that I'll trust this process, and if I already visited that person and he does have results, that I'll just not 100% avoid him. I'll just put me in a space that I can be open to something which I wasn't open before. And it's quite new for me, because I'm always like either you align with me or you're not aligning, and I have to be whatever. But now I'm feeling like, hey, it's time to open up and be more like seeing more in life what it has to offer to us, right? It's not only what is perfectly aligned with me, or with you, but also what is kind of like bringing me something and I can't even get it to me because I'm not aligned with it. Whatever. So the interview I wanted to talk about, the inspiration, is about health and healing. It's with a doctor, with a functional doctor, and he is gathering information from Greg Braden, Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, and all these people. He reads about blue zones and all these functional medicine style topics. It's really fun. And first thing which I want people who are dealing with some difficulty in life or disease in life, I think it's amazing if they would know that it's not a punishment, it's a message. It's a message that I have to grow, or I should grow, that I am ready to grow into something else. That's why we get some sickness, and people in Dr. Joe's Dispenza's work, for example, they talk about, I'm not that old person anymore, I'm not that old body anymore, I'm not the past, because now I'm me. I can't even remember what I did or what I was before and how I reacted, because now I'm me, I'm new. And I think it's really amazing, because that's about all of us. About me, for example, opening up to these uncomfortable people because they are whatever my mind construct about them is. Also, what I love about those huge people, huge inspirations in the world, or him consolidating them, is that the disease is just your story. It's not, it's like a manifestation of your story. Your body is manifestation of your story or your relationships or anything, and that it's basically not bad, and it's just picturing for us where we are stuck. He also was informing, like trying us to remember that we are all one. We are all one with everything, not with one another, but I am one with the air around me. I'm one with the trees, with the bugs, with the ugly spider, which I don't like, but I am one with them, because if he wasn't here, I wouldn't be here either. And we all need each other. We basically don't need each other. We are living because one another. And when the bees wouldn't do their work with the flowers, we would not live here. We wouldn't have produce, we wouldn't have anything. Then other animals wouldn't live, and we would just not survive, because we are living organism and we can't live in this perfect, chambers closed with perfect air circulation and all these things. And because we are supposed to connect to nature, I put down in my notes that I am not mistake of nature, and a person who is sick is not a mistake of nature, or you are born and you are not mistake of nature, and you are not by mistake here. It's not random. You are supposed to bring some quality to the space here. You are exceptional, unique, and nobody will ever be you. And in this time, in this planet, and in this setup, nothing is gonna be the same ever. Will be the same. That was also amazing. Nature doesn't make mistakes, and if we are thinking that our body is making a mistake, we could have some asthma, or I don't know, children are sick. He was also talking about children and having certain diseases. He said that the children are also born in a system, and they are bringing this energy with them, this sickness. I know, and he said, I know it sounds harsh, but it is that the family now cooperates differently. They discuss together when there was never discussion. They start to live differently as well, because of maybe they have a sick child, or they have to bond over something and forget about their past selves. So it's a very deep topic, and I don't want to go into it too much because it was very controversial, but I get that when he is dealing with these people all the time, that he could say how he feels about it. I know that a lot of people lately in this planet are very tired. He says that to be tired is not normal, and that we are normalizing to be tired and to be like sick. And he said that also sickness and disease is not normal, that people should be healthy until very old age, that we are just basically normalizing all these problems. Normal is to be healthy. These all things just where I'm still processing them. I'm still like feeling that it's inspiring for me, this information, to be reminded of them. But I also processed it through my body and so on. And I realized also that the disease is basically, or the sickness or whatever health problems we have, is basically that the system is chaotic. It's not like incoherence, it's incoherent. How to connect back to the system, how to put it back in balance, how to make from chaos a symphony, is that we connect to nature. And he was talking about sun and how very important it is to be having sun exposure, that he doesn't wear sunglasses, and we shouldn't use sunglasses, but we also should gradually, our skin and our eyes get used to the sun. Not that we go from zero exposure to Africa exposure type of sun, and then we get sunburned and our eyes hurt, and the brain and the body are so shocked. Our ego is just amazing because it thinks that we can do everything from zero to hero. If we just take our time and slowly and gradually get our body used to sun and whatever we need to put our body into, it's much more loving as well for us. So this is it about my process and my notes. I wanted you to have it for yourself for inspiration. And if you have some inspiration from yourself, you can write it down underneath the video, and I would love to hear it from you. So see you later, and don't forget, you are connected to everything.